Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 12th and final episode of Watashi ni Tenshi ga Maiorita. Now, last episode we had our culture festival. We're basically building up to our main event, the school play, which Hana did get the lead role in because the lead character is an angel, and the show, the whole show premise, an angel is descended upon me, and that angel in that title would be Hana. So that's more than a perfect fit. And I think she could, yeah, I think she's got this. She's a perfect casting, so I don't see what could possibly go wrong with that. Miyako, she's a little bit suspicious, but, she didn't get arrested or anything, so it's all good. She just has her hood up, her sunglasses, chewing gum, watching the play, as you do. And, having a lot of fun. But yeah, it is very unfortunate that this is the final episode, because this is my favorite anime of the season, like, most definitely. So, yeah, it's gonna be rough once this is just no longer in my life. I'll just have to do my usual thing of hoping for a season 2, but not expecting one. The usual pattern. But yeah, hopefully this still really delivers as a final episode, as a climax. It has kind of a play as the final episode, kind of what Kurio Mosaic's first season did, and that was obviously really amazing and memorable. So I'm kind of hoping this is as well. I don't expect it to be at the same level as Kurio Mosaic, but I think it'll be good. I hope it's good. So let's get into it and see if that's the case. 3, 2, 1, play. Angel's Gaze. Alright, start off with singing. That's a good sign. Very nice song. Kind of nice little halo. Oh. Yeah, this is pretty nice already. I know you say. Wow. Yeah, I'm already impressed by it, so uh yeah, this should be very memorable. Yeah, that was a great start. So let's get going. Yes, Mian, it's great, isn't it? Yeah, this is definitely better than I expected from you know, elementary school play. And we got our main girl here, Hana. Actually where Miyako's gaze is. I mean, doesn't look that much like an angel, you know. So I don't know. And she sings. A great backdrop too. A very nice singing voice. I was almost speechless. Oh wow. I actually kind of got chills. Uh, yeah. Again, that's where her gaze is. Okay, now she's an angel. Uh, wow. The budget of that play went up a bit. Uh, definitely is. Oh, Hana. So much Hana. Overflowing with gentle love. All of a sudden I kind of miss Starlight, Kageki Review, or that whatever the title was. I miss that show. Shoujo Kageki Review Starlight. So who's walking up to her? Is it Hinata or... Oh no, them. Sui and Ren, okay. Is she really forgetting her lines? Anemone. Okay. That's a name. Oh, wow. That is definitely higher budget than I expected. They're straight up flying. Although, you know, I think it's supposed to be a bit of an artistic exaggeration, but still. This is still pretty incredible. uh, uh, oh, wow. Yeah, I can tell. This is pure happiness here. uh, just stick your face in there. I bet it feels good. A love that could blanket the world. I believe that. Ah, the village. This is where Hinata and Noah should be, right? They're villagers. Yeah, the whole thing just seems to be involved singing, which is cool. And you suck, Koyori. There you go. Now we got a love apple. Because why not? So many little angels. Daisy and Kalmia? Is this where Hinata and Noah are? Yep. Yes, they are. Here we go. uh, I would be your first customer. Yeah. And now I want to watch Gochi Yusa, so there you go. In love with love. You. That was not much of an answer. You know, I compared this, you know, the Kino Mosaic's conclusion with the play thing. I didn't think this would be as good as that, but it just might be at this rate. This is pretty great. Like, already surpassed my expectations, like, easily. It belongs to an angel. You can see her in the eye reflection. I think so. I mean, I think you brought plenty of love to Miyako. Is that gonna hit someone? Isn't the weather always nice in this world? Yeah, I was about to say, we gotta get back to singing now. Oh, that person, huh? Yeah. Well, that would certainly be a ship, wouldn't it? So is that supposed to be the ship of the play? Okay. Oh, Daisy. Hinata's a much better actor than I would have thought. Nice. I'm not talking to an angel. You scared off the angel. Yeah, she's gone. I'm sorry to tell you. Or she can't see her, one of the two. Oh, yeah. Okay, so she just can't see her. Well, that escalated in sadness very quickly. Uh, well, where do we go from here? Oh. Uh, was that Noah? Because Mountains of Time. Oh, that could lead to a pretty sad ending. This is amazing. Just I don't want this episode to end. That name. So does Noah seriously play two roles? She changed outfits pretty quickly, if that's the case. But okay, let's see how that goes. Are you alive, Hana? Okay. Really does remind me a bit of Shoujo Kageki Review Starlight. Just just a bit. Come on, Hana, we gotta get moving. Back to singing. Uh, can't do without singing for too long. But yeah, this is so far surpassed my expectations as you don't even know. Just such beautiful scenery in some of these shots. I still can't fully get used to Hana just singing because she never did that in the show itself, and yet she sung so much in this episode. I like it. It's just different. This, let's make the flower of love bloom. I agree. That's a good idea, Hana. I really hope Hinata doesn't reject her. Or Daisy. Whatever. I hope that works out. Uh, oh. That Noah in a wig? Yes. Yes, that would be her. Don't say that. Don't start the sentence with that. Oh. I was kind of afraid of that. It brought up the whole time thing. Uh, I was hoping this would have a happy ending. We don't need you to disappear. Don't talk like that. Our signature item. I actually have chills again. Yeah. Uh, I came of how quickly I got emotionally invested in this children's play story. Uh, like I'm almost close to tearing up. It's her turn to sing. Uh, yes. Uh, just so much singing. uh, 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 yeah. What is that? That's supposed to be currency. Uh, 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 Oh god. Uh, oh wow. Uh, oh. Wow. Oh my god, this is amazing. Uh, 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 uh. We're not even done yet. Back to the initial song. Uh, just funny that just I'm pretty sure that's no end of wigs. It's just funny. Uh, uh, and the mothers and yeah, they're all watching. Aw, she's there too. Uh, she's really into it. Uh, yeah, that was amazing. That was incredible. I'm just blown away. Wow. Uh, yeah. Like I'd have to shift gears back into the regular show now. Uh, she's still got the wig on. Uh, well, she's pretty. Yeah. You did your part, Miyane. You should be proud. Yeah, she just called her that. She does. That's what she calls you. Oh no, they're being the legendary Miyane. They're just coming out of everywhere. I'm still shaking from the play. There you go. Oh no, the rumors got out of hand. No, that is not true. She's still going to university here. Just look amazing, Noah. Oh, what an honor to shake Miyane's hand. My god. This is what happens when you do nothing but sing her praises, Hinata. When does it become a handshake event? And when did you become a manager? Uh, she was there too, I guess. That's all. Something like that. Close enough. You could say that, but how true would it be? I think Hinata's her best friend, honestly. Yeah, this is a bit much for somebody with social anxiety. You do that, Coyote. Uh. I don't think that's a great way to do it. Yeah, a bit. uh, I liked it. I mean, okay. I didn't know it was a joke at first either, but it's pretty funny and cute if it was. I mean, yeah, sounds about right. Yes. Yeah, I love Konon's reaction to that whole thing. A bit of a failure of a joke the way received. That was great. Probably my favorite moment of Konon. You just don't get it. Yes, that makes perfect sense. Good luck, Coyote. You'll need it. No, that's Noah's thing. What are you envisioning here? Yeah, more than an idol. That's insane. Is that even possible? Wow. I was gonna make a joke about her being a president too, and that's really what she had in mind. Okay. Yeah, she knows where you would come to hide. She did well. No. Well, that's to be expected. But she did her best. That's what matters. Yeah. She looks like such a delinquent there. Yes, and trust me, it was worth it. Yeah, that's what matters. Very enthusiastic. I mean, you got closer to her. I mean, a lot of people are like that. They change a bit when they're engrossed in something they really care about. Like anime, for instance. The wind. It definitely is. Oh, is this... In other words, the love confession. This is pretty close to a love confession. Uh, Such fond memories. I mean, some of them happened 5 minutes ago, but still. Oh? So what? Yeah, you gotta finish the handshake event. I know you don't want to, but... Okay. I mean, she's holding hands with you, I'm sure is the reason. She hung in there. Uh, Good job. Ganbatta. Oof. Sounds great. She does live next door. Yeah, that's the best way to get her to come along is just have it in the house. I love this show. Oh no, my sweets. I gotta turn my 27 stamp cards. Oh? Oh yeah. She meant replacement sweets, okay. I don't know if that may have led to like a kiss or something, but no. Bath time. Who is it? Oh, Miyako. I guess you could use it after the long day. Oh. Let's not get crazy now, Miyako. Oh, okay. Apparently everyone's joining in this time. It's... okay. Well then, that was the 12th and final episode of Watashi ni Tenshi ga Maiorita. And this is gonna be a long video, probably. So I'm just gonna take my water now. Okay. So, this episode, the main meat of it was definitely the play. You know, we we set up for that last episode, made the costumes and all that good stuff, got the roles set up and everything. And this time we actually did the play. And yeah, I mean, like I said, I was, thinking about Kurio Mosaic and how it had a kind of a play sort of thing with its final episode of the first season. And I thought maybe this would be, it'd be kind of similar, but my expectations for how good this would be were actually fairly low because, I had that to compare it to. So I figured this would be disappointing because of that. I was wrong, man. I was so wrong. I don't think I've been that wrong in a while. I loved that play so much that I just I don't have a follow-up to that sentence, but I love that immensely. Okay, first of all, there was a lot of singing, which I mean it's not really necessarily a good or bad thing, but the singing itself was really good. I like the song, I like the lyrics, I like the voice, the singing of itself. Of what? Anyway, yeah, especially hearing Hana sing. Like, she had a very lovely singing voice. They all had pretty good singing voices. All the singing sounded great. They had a little bit of space between the singing here and there for a little bit of regular dialogue here and there. But, yeah, right out the gate, we started off with the singing. And initially we showed the actual stage and stuff and the background and all the regular props, but eventually kind of transitioned into just having a very, not sure what the word for it would be exactly. I called it artistic, what did I call it before? Artistic exaggeration, that's just what I called it. I don't think it's actually a thing. But you know what I mean, like, it takes what it actually is, literally, and just kind of shows the audience what it's meant to represent, Like, if you had infinite budget, that's, or, you didn't have to worry about physics and stuff like that, and you could do exactly what they envision it instead of having to, what's actually doable. That's what it did. Which, I like that. It definitely added another level, like, make it kind of like a imagination, dream-like sort of thing, which I enjoyed a lot. I mean, no, it was lots of beautiful flowers and scenery and stuff, and flying angels and everything. I don't know how much there is to really say about the play itself, aside from, it looked great. Hana, like, one of her earlier singing bits, I think it was the first bit, was really well animated. Like, I didn't actually comment on it because I just kind of wanted to watch it, but yeah, that was great. So the story itself, like, yeah, the story definitely impressed me a lot. That was probably one of the things that impressed me the most about it. I mean, basically, yeah, the main girl was Hana the angel. She fell in love with a village girl played by Hinata, which Daisy is her character, and Hana's character I think was Ananome, something like that. I might just call them by the real name just to make it easier. But yeah, basically, that Daisy got the feather. You had Hana that fell in love with her, but she came down to her at some point. But they brought the idea of different lifespans and stuff, and how that wouldn't work because of it. And basically, you had Hana talk to an angel that I guess has the authority to just turn her into a human so they could be together. But she had to like accept her love and all that for her to not disappear. And she goes down there, goes to the mountain of time, I think they called it. And yeah, a lot of time passed between that and her actually getting there, which was the biggest problem, which is something I was kind of concerned about, and that unfortunately came to be. She got there, and did not run into Daisy. She ran into Daisy's granddaughter instead. But which was sad, of course. But then she just, kind of got close to her granddaughter instead, and all that, and lived together, lived a full life until they died, and then they ascended to heaven together, where they did meet Hinata. And yeah, that was probably where it really started to get to me as far as tearing up goes, because I did not expect this kind of story from this children's play. Like, I did not think it would be this deep and heartfelt of a thing. So yeah, it definitely caught me a bit off guard with just where this play went. Actually, I bumped my mic there. But yeah, just the more I watched the play, the more impressed I was with it. It was just incredible. I don't think I could actually get into words how much I love that, but I loved it a lot. Let's just say that. Let's see, is there anything more to really say on the play? Let me just kind of skim through it. I mentioned it several times, but I found it hilarious how he just had Noah wear the Miyane wig to be a different character. That was funny. He got a big kick out of that. I don't know. That was good. But yeah, even the pastry, whatever you call it, the special angel themed one, that had a second appearance later on. That was a nice touch as well. I like that whole thing. There's so much nice singing, and just the acting was great. Costumes were great. The singing was great. Everything about it was great. It was basically perfect, really. I mean, I was a little bit sad by the sad turn that it took, of course, with her arriving to not find Daisy, but that's the closest thing to a complaint I could have, but, it's not really it's not really a bad thing, it's just, a sad thing. It still made the story more interesting, so I can't really complain about that too much, really. But yeah, I even had the sign there that was, just making stuff together. Little girl buying something with something. I'm not sure what that is, but did Matsumoto really get to be a part of the play? That's a bit surprising. If that's the case, maybe the other angel was Noah's mother instead of just Noah playing another part. Yeah, Mari and Anamoto, like their names were on the sign and everything with flowers on the corners. That was a nice touch. Yeah, I do think the story of the play is probably what impressed me the most, honestly. But every aspect of it was great. And, then we went back to the regular show, which I don't want to use the word jarring, but it did take me a minute to really shift the gears into like, okay, no, we're in the regular show now. I need to calm back down and stop shaking, just just relax. And then we got to the whole, oh my god, that's Miyane, that's legendary Miyane, can we shake your hand? Because obviously Hinata's built her up a lot over the years, for a while. And, we kind of addressed that with Koyori and Kanon way back when, but this is the rest of the class and all that. And she did worry about how they would react if they found out what she really was, but it went fine. They were a little bit surprised about how plain she looked, but the other girl, rationalized that just fine, which was also funny. But then we had a nice moment between between Miyako and Hana, which was great. She basically said that she liked Miyako there. She did the whole Japanese "I don't dislike you" double negative sort of thing. So that was more or less a love confession, right? And a handhold. I thought that was about as much as you could expect, really, all things considered. And our final little scene, Miyako's just trying to take a nice relaxing bath, and then everyone else just rushes on in there because that bathtub could totally handle 3 kids and 1 adult all at the same time. I don't think that would work. I kind of wish we saw a bit more of that scene because I'd like to see how difficult it would be to actually squeeze them all in there. And I'm sure Miyako really appreciated Hana being in the bath at the very least. I'd like to believe that she sat on Miyako's lap to make to try to make enough room for everyone. That's probably what happened. I would have liked to have seen that, honestly, but oh well. Oh well. But yeah, as far as final episodes go, I thought this was, was fine. It was more than fine, it was great. But yeah, masterpiece is probably the best word to describe the play, honestly. But yeah, I guess that's enough of that. Just my main point was that vastly, vastly surpassed my expectations. If my expectations were at like 5, it was like at a 10, Although But yeah. Anyway, the series as a whole. I already said before I started this episode that this was my favorite anime of the season, and after this episode, yeah, it's like it's my favorite anime of the season plus one. If that makes any sense. But yeah, this show has been very enjoyable. I love the character designs, the characters themselves, character dynamic. The relationship between Miyako and Hana, the relationship between Noah and Hinata, the relationship between Miyako and Hinata. Definitely, that was definitely my favorite relationship. I love the sibling stuff there, and you know, those are the main relationships. I mean, the relationship between Miyako and Matsumoto was fine, I guess, but not really the highlight for me. The highlight for me of the show is definitely Miyako and Hinata. I always enjoy, shows, anime where you have sisters that get along really well with each other, and that was very, very much present in this show. Hinata loves Miyako a lot, to a level I don't think I've ever seen in any anime, really. Like it's just crazy. Some of the stuff we got between them. You know, we have the usual Miyane, let's sleep together, Miyane, let's take a bath, Miyane. I told kids at school about you, Miyane, I made a board game about you to help you. Miyane, I made this head of you. Miyane, I didn't what else? Just uh I don't know. Miyane, I can't believe I forgot your birthday. I'm gonna commit seppuku. I mean, she didn't say that, but she was really distraught about that. But yeah, just a lot of Miyane. Like, I think there is. I mean, I think there's a Miyane compilation on YouTube for just saying that a lot. And yeah, it's really easy for a character like Hinata, to get annoying because that sort of Genki obsessive girl. But she doesn't. To me at least, I love Hinata. There's not once in the entire show that I thought she was annoying, not once, which is impressive. Which is definitely impressive. I always love how she does that eyes closed thing when she says Miyane. Just I could listen to that all day. But yeah, that was part of the highlight of the show for me, just that relationship there. And Hinata in general. Hinata is my favorite character in the show, easily. I just every time she's on screen I know I'm gonna have a good time. But I liked most of the characters. Noah was a lot of fun. She because of her mother, the way she treats her, she has a very inflated ego as a result. Mostly focus on the cuteness aspect. She considers herself the cutest girl in the world. And yeah, I mean that's parents will usually say that about a child. You're amazing. You're the smartest kid ever. You're the cutest kid ever, or whatever. And if sometimes they'll take that seriously, take that literally. Like, wow, out of everyone in the world, I'm really the cutest. That's pretty impressive. But I guess that's the case. I mean, my mom wouldn't lie to me, so yeah, I guess everybody else will acknowledge that fact as well. That was a funny thing with Noah's character. And she also wanted to be an idol, which is that's fine. I'm sure she could do it if she really wanted to. But yeah, she's been a fun character. She had an interesting introduction to the show because she saw Miyako cosplaying across the window. Just opens the door and, does the white lily, uh, you know, transformation sequence. I don't know what you'd call it, but, the line, she did the line. And then Miyako's reaction to that was pretty great. So yeah, she was always a bit of a troublemaker. That was the kind of character she was, a little bit. I remember how worried Miyako was that she would spill the beans everyone, but she didn't. Not that it matters that much because eventually they see her cosplaying in an outfit anyway, so it wasn't that big of a deal. And then Hana, I like Hana a lot. She has terrible fashion sense, of course, but aside from that, she's pretty great. She was she has the sort of hairstyle and hair color that I really like from characters, so that was always a pretty big plus for me for that character. And I do like her obsession with sweets, like she's usually pretty calm, cool, and collected, but once the subject of sweets comes up, she's like all smiles and sparkles and willing to make compromises to get those sweets, put up with Miyane that, creeped her out a little bit initially because of her coming on strong and stuff. you know. And yeah, I that was it. I said Miyako and Hinata were my favorite relationship in the show, but my second favorite would definitely be Miyako and Hana because Miyako just sees Hana walk through the door one day and she's in love, but she doesn't know that's what it is because she's pretty inexperienced in that regard. Just like I got this weird squirmy feeling inside of me, not understanding it. And yeah, she wants to be friends with Hana because that's kind of where you start usually in this sort of scenario. And she wasn't up for it at first, but then Hinata said, but she has no friends. Don't you feel bad for her? Don't you want to be her friend? Then Miyako was like, no, don't. That's not true. I got plenty of friends. And Hana thinks about it for a second and says, I'll be her friend with a smile on her face, just so much pity being directed towards her. It's definitely got a sting when a, fifth grader, whatever she is, becomes your friend out of pity. That's gotta really sting a bit, honestly, but, you know, that's how it goes sometimes. But anyway, the relationship of Hana being in the position of, I don't particularly like you. You kind of creep me out, but you make these delicious sweets. So I guess I'll cosplay every now and then. Just keep the sweets coming, and all that. Basically, a relationship of putting up with her because she wants something from her. It sounds kind of messed up if you say it out loud, but I always get a kick out of that sort of thing. When somebody doesn't want to do something, but they put up with it anyway because they have a reason to, that's something that I personally enjoy in fiction. I may be alone on that. But the best thing about that, though, is being able to see, because that forces for lack of a better term, them to be in kind of proximity to each other, interact with each other. And then once you actually have that foundation, you can over time turn into something a bit more healthy, a bit more natural, a bit more of, I've gotten to know you a bit better. So yeah, I'd say I like you now. I enjoy spending time with you. You're pretty great. And we did get to see the relationship go from the way it was at first to, when we saw near the end there, just going out to find her because she knows her well enough to find her. Saying, hey, I know this was a struggle for you, but you did your best, and I'm proud of you. But you did run away in the end, so which is, that's understandable. But I think we should go back there and finish what we started. Okay, let's do our best. And grab her hand and guide her back there. And if you play that scene right next to their first episode, you'll see the difference, definitely. So the character development in that regard was very good. I enjoyed that a lot. And yeah, there were just lots of fun little cute Hana moments throughout the show. you know, it wasn't that long ago. I think it was just last episode, but I did love the bit when they were making clothes and she lifts it up and she has this big smile on her face and sparkles like she's expecting praise, like, how'd I do? You know, so horrible. Like, there's a few little moments of Hana like that throughout the show that I always enjoy. Usually they regards to sweets in some way, but yeah, Hana was an enjoyable character. Definitely more to say on her than Noah because Noah was definitely less plot oriented than the other two, girls, Hana and Pinata, because she didn't really have a lot tied to her. It was pretty Noah with Noah words after we got past the initial Miyako, seeing the thing across the window thing. Only thing that Noah really had plot wise would be her that she's in love with Hinata. That's the only really thing there with her. Aside from the whole friendship thing that they all share, the only thing really specific to her was her love for Hinata, which we did get into that a little bit with the whole date they went on in one episode. But aside from that, there really wasn't a lot there. So the focus was definitely less than what we got between Anna and Miyako and Hinata, because that's always one thing that was interesting. Was because Miyako had a stronger relationship with both Hana and Hinata than Noah. So as a result, she always kind of felt a little bit like an extra, which is a little bit unfortunate, but that's just how it goes. It just wasn't as much to tie her to her. Because with Hinata there was a sister thing, and with Hana there was the romantic interest thing. So just yeah, Noah kind of got the short end of the straw, short end of the string. What's the idiom that I'm looking for there? But anyway, yeah, that's my point there. You know. But yeah, let's see what else is there to say about this show. Let me think about it. I mean, the Matsumoto thing was interesting, I guess. I mean, she was a fun stalker character. It never really interested me that much, but she had her own little sister, which I guess was something. It allowed to have a character that was even younger than Hinata and her friends, so they could kind of have a bit of a big sister little sister dynamic and all that, which was cool. Yeah, I still think the funniest the moment of the show was still probably the whole Miyako dog name reveal reason. That was still probably the funniest bit of the entire show. But there was no shortage of good comedy in this show. Definitely, a lot of good stuff. I can't realistically, recall all of the best moments off the top of my head, of course, but there was plenty of good stuff. Definitely. But yeah, just this entire show from start to finish has been very enjoyable. I've loved watching all the characters interact with each other. And because this is a slice of life show, there's not really a lot of overall arching plot to get into. So there's really not much more to say on it aside from I like the characters. I liked what they did with each other. Just yeah, some of the character designs really were just great. Just there was a lot of very pretty girls in this show. I just say that even the teacher that wasn't even that important. Just like I couldn't help but think about how just gorgeous she was. Really, Matsumoto was beautiful. Miyako, I mean, you know, she's kind of deliberately meant to be plain, but she's fine, especially when she's tries a little bit. And the mothers were great as well. Hana's mother especially. But let's see. I think that's really all I got to say on this. I've probably already been talking for a while. I have no way of knowing how long I've been talking or how long the video will be before it's over. I have no way of knowing that, but I'm sure it's probably over 40 minutes. I'd venture a guess. But this is hands down, without question, my favorite anime of the season. Just, it's great. I just stopped in this one frame of the episode, and, her eyebrow is actually the proper color there, which is interesting because it's blonde in the non-imagination play sequence. That was interesting, bit of thing there. Yeah, it's hard for me to accept the fact that this show is over now. This has always been my highlight of the week for like past 3 months or whatever. So I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna cope with this being over. This was so great, just all of it. I loved it so much. I'm gonna miss these characters a lot. Yeah, just just fantastic stuff. And yeah, it's all over. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos